Any comfortable seat will be just fine to start. Begin to relax the shoulders down the back, lengthen through the spine, sitting up straight. Slight tuck of the chin. Deep breath in through the nose. Exhale, open mouth. Another few rounds of breath here. You're welcome to close your eyes. Otherwise, just take a soft gaze a few inches in front of your feet. Allowing your awareness to soak into the body, the mind, and beyond. Deepening that awareness to your inner world, past all of the movement, all of the thoughts, past all of the sensations, deep inside, until you find in that deep core space, deep in the heart space, or wherever your awareness brings you to, that deep sense of peace. So deep within yourself that nothing else matters, nothing else sways, that sense of calm. The waves of breath move in and around. But that steady center is so at peace, it is unmoving. And gently bring one hand to your heart, one hand to your belly. And as you feel the warmth of your hand against your chest, bringing that awareness of that deep sense of peace slowly to the surface of the skin, to that warm space underneath the palm of your hand. Drawing the awareness then to your hand on the belly, that warm space, our center of power in that solar plexus area. Breathe in here. Continue to keep the gaze soft or eyes closed. And sit with that balance of peace from the heart center and power from the solar plexus, belly button area. We're going to play around with those themes today. Take another deep breath in, fill up as much as you can, press into your hands with the belly and the lungs. Big inhale, pause at the top. Open mouth, exhale, let it go. Release the hands. Blink open the eyes. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, hinging at the hips, forward fold. Reach the arms and the heart forward over the legs until the hands land on the mat or the floor in front of you. Inhale, halfway lift. So lift the heart, lift the throat, lift the chin. Exhale, curl the spine as you drop the head and the neck, letting the head hang heavy, finding your forward fold. Really gentle here, not pressing too much, not expecting too much from the body here yet. On an inhale, finding a cow-like posture, dropping the belly or pulling belly through the hips, reaching the heart through the shoulders, looking up. And then exhale, find your cat. Curl the spine, tuck the chin, press out through the shoulder blades, curling the low spine, tucking the chin. This is your exhale. Inhale back to that cow breath, pulling the belly through, lifting the heart, lifting the gaze. Arching the back a little bit. Inhale. Exhale to that cat-like back, still in our seated posture. Continue with a few more rounds of that movement. I invite you to close your eyes. Finding that peaceful center in each pose. Using the power of the breath to guide your movements. And after that last exhale, slowly come back to sitting up. Take a few shoulder rolls. And then we'll gently switch the crossing of the legs if you're seated cross-legged. If you're sitting in another posture where the legs are even, then you can stay where you're at. All right, but if you took that cross-legged posture, just put the front leg in front and back, switching sides. And we'll take that same forward fold again. So press the hips down, ground down. As you inhale, reach the arms up. Hinging at the hips, bring the chest over the front leg, over your seat, wherever you're at, fingertips to the ground. Inhale, lift the heart, arch the back, lift the chin. Exhale, curl the spine. Press the earth away with the fingertips. Drop the head, tuck the chin. Inhale into that cow breath. Pulling the heart through, lifting up. Exhaling into the back of the heart space as you round the spine, tucking the tailbone. 2 more rounds of this breathing. In our seated forward fold, be gentle. When you even it out, slowly draw the fingertips back towards your seat. Inhale, sweep the arms up overhead, bring the palms together at the top, gazing up those palms. Exhale, draw the hands down through heart center to the center of the chest, tuck the chin, gazing down at your fingertips. 1 more breath in here. Big exhale out. Lift the gaze. Plant your hands in front of you, and I'll meet you in plank pose, top of a push-up. Getting ready to fire up that core, but don't forget to balance that with some peace. So if you are a little overbalanced in your power, lower the knees. We'll be here for 2 rounds of breath. Lift up through the heels, lift up through the hips, shoulders over your wrists. Squeeze the belly button in towards your spine, and then find a little bit of peace in this pose. 1 more inhale. Stay for the exhale. Lower the knees. Keeping the belly where it is and keeping the torso where it is. You're just going to lower your chest right between your hands. So your butt's going to stick up a little bit. Chest between the hands and then lower the chin like a little inchworm. Squeeze the elbows in. 1 more inhale. Untuck the toes. Press forward to Cobra onto the belly. Scooping the shoulders up and back. Reach back with your toes. Press the tops of the feet into the mat. Inhale, lifting the heart. Slight tuck of the chin to lengthen through the back of your neck. Breathe here. 1 more inhale. Stay for the exhale. And then bring your forearms to the mat in front of you for Sphynx Pose. So shoulders under your, or over your elbows. You might need to wiggle your hips a little bit. Widen the feet. Press the pelvis into the mat if you're crunching in your low back in this pose. And just allow the heart to be open between the shoulders. Relaxed face. Feel the belly expanding into the mat underneath you on your inhale. And follow the exhale out through the nostrils. Lift up through the top of the ears, lengthening through the neck. Find a spot to gaze at. And go back inside. Go back to that deep center of peace. And from there, we're going to draw our power. Slowly lower the chest. Draw the finger pads back. Hands in line with your heart, finding that Cobra pose. Inhale with the heart. Exhale, shift up and back to child's pose. Any variation is fine. Knees apart, knees together. Arms can be extended in front of you or to the side and down. Palms up. 2 more breaths here. When you're ready, shift up to tabletop. Tuck the toes, preparing for downward facing dog. Take your time, widen the finger pads to the extreme that you can widen them to. So widen the hands, finger pads down. Tuck the toes under, lift the knees a couple inches, and then scoop the hips back. Slowly lengthen through the legs as you keep your chest pressing back towards your thighs. Lifting up through the tailbone, then begin to find weight in the heels, willing their way to the earth. Even if they don't make it all the way, that's totally fine. Keep a slight bend in your knees. Head is relaxed. 2 more breaths here. Press the earth away. Find your peace. And then inhale, lift that right heel up and back. Exhale, bend the knee, draw that knee underneath your nose as you shift your weight forward over your hands. Tucking that knee in towards your chest. Inhale, press it up and back. Extend that right leg long towards the sky. Exhale, bring that right foot between the hands. Find warrior 1. Spin the back heel down so your left toes are facing the edge of the mat. Press down into the lower body. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead. Square your hips and shoulders towards the top of the mat. Relax the shoulders down. Sink into your warrior 1. Front knee bends. Left leg is long. You can widen your stance if you need a little bit. Heel toe the feet towards the edges of the mat. Or you can even heel toe them in a little bit, playing around to find your most stable warrior stance. We're going to go through all 3 warrior poses today, practicing that power and peace dynamic, working together. Slight tuck of the tailbone. Inhale, reach up a little bit, look up. And then exhale, frame your feet with your hands. Coming to that lunge. Breathe out. 1 more in and out here. Inhale, back up to warrior 1. Spin that back heel down, reach it up. Relax the shoulders. Inhale, look up again, reach up. And then exhale, fold over that front leg as your arms come back behind you. Lift that back heel. So we're in a high crescent lunge. Shift your weight forward like you're looking over the edge of your knee. Keep shifting forward, come to the tippy toes on the back leg, and then step forward to the top of the mat, knees bent, arms still back. Inhale to stand, reaching the arms up overhead, Urdhva Hastasana. Exhale, lower the elbows, cactus arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale to mountain. Standing tall at the top of the mat. Tuck the tailbone just slightly. Same with the chin, lengthening through that spine. Soft, peaceful gaze. When you're ready, inhale, sweep the arms up overhead. Exhale, forward fold. Slight bend in the knees as you take your time lowering down, reaching towards the mat. Inhale, halfway lift, coming to that tabletop with the back. Pressing out through the tailbone, lengthening through the crown of the head. 1 more inhale here. Exhale, fold, plant the hands, step back to high plank, holding 2 breaths here. Remember, you can lower to your knees if you need. Hug the ribs in. Focus the gaze, focus the breath. Stay with the discomfort, stay with yourself. And then lower to the knees, untuck the toes, lower to your belly, Cobra Pose. Scooping the shoulders up towards the ears and then down the back. Reaching the toes towards the back of the mat as the tops of the feet press into the mat. Inhale, lift a little higher. Exhale, shift up and back to child's pose. 2 rounds of breath here. Make your breath audible by dragging the breath down the back of the throat. Exhaling slowly through the nose still. When you're ready, I'll meet you in downward facing dog. Spread the palms wide, lifting up through the hips. Slight bend in the knees. On an inhale, reach that left heel up and back. Stay extended here for a breath. And on your next exhale, bend the knee, draw that knee underneath your body, shift the weight forward, tuck the knee in towards your chest. Inhale, press it back and up. Hang out here for a breath. Press the earth away with the hands, reaching up through that left heel. Square the hips a little bit by dropping that left hip. And then exhale, bend that left knee again. Plant the left hand or left foot between your hands. Warrior one. Spin the back right heel down. Exhale, power down. Inhale, power up. Warrior one. Right toes at a bit of an angle towards the edge of the mat. Square your hips and shoulders towards the top. Then find your peace with this pose. What does that mean? Find some stillness. Find your breath. Find your thoughts sinking into your body, dipping down a little bit lower into that lunge in the left knee if you can. Keep the arms lifted, shoulders relaxed. Inhale, look up, reach up. Exhale, lower the hands to either side of the foot. Spin that back heel up, coming to our low lunge. A couple breaths here. Drop your gaze though, drop the head, looking back. Maybe at your back toe or a few inches behind your front foot. Deep inhale, long extended exhale. Spin that back heel back down, back up to warrior one. Inhale, reach it up and open. Arms reaching up. Exhale, sinking down. Inhale, look up, lift up. Exhale, begin to fold over your front leg. Reach those arms back, kind of like your airplane arms. Lift the back heel. Begin shifting the weight forward, maybe sinking back, taking a few little rocks. Getting ready to slow motion step forward to that kind of halfway forward fold. Our upper body is lengthened, finding that halfway lift with the arms back. Inhale, press the heels into the mat, scoop the hips down as you reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time on the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands. Step back to tabletop. Shift the hips over the heels. Child's pose. Balancing those active poses with a little bit of rest. That dance of the back and forth, up and down. It's easier to find that balance, to regulate how powerful you go, with how peaceful you become. That energy draws towards each other, towards that center. So anytime throughout the practice, if you feel a little imbalanced in one side or the other, feel free to take it down to child's pose or take it up a notch and stay in a pose for a few extra breaths. Take an extra flow through Cobra or Chaturanga, down dog, holding on to plank for a few extra rounds of breath. And when you're ready, we'll meet back in downward facing dog. Take your time, set yourself up. Slight bend in the knees, heels pressing down at the same time lifting up through the tailbone. As you're ready, inhale, sweep that right heel up and back. Exhale, knee to right elbow, shifting the weight forward. Exhale, press it back. Inhale, reach up a little bit back and up. Exhale, bring that foot between the front hands, warrior two. Spin that back left heel down. Inhale, sweep the left arm up and open. Sink into your lunge as you spread the fingertips wide. Right hand reaches out in front. Right heel should be about in line with your back left arch. Relax the shoulders. Give yourself that space to settle in. Lengthen through the spine, reaching out. Gaze is over the front fingertips. Flip the front palm, reach forward, and then tilt it back on the exhale. Inhale, lengthen up a little bit higher. Exhale, maybe deepen into that reverse warrior. As you inhale, lengthen up through the armpit. One more breath here in our reverse warrior. And let your inhale take the arms back to your warrior two. Exhale, cartwheel your hands to frame the front foot. Spinning that back heel up, finding a lunge. Pull that right hip back, the left hip forward. One more breath here. And then bring the hands flat onto the mat, doing however you need to lower your knee. Sink in a little bit. Hands are flat on the mat. Send that right foot back. Plank pose. Find your balance. Spin the biceps forward. Lift up through the hips, lifting up through the heels. Exhale, downward facing dog. Big breath in. Full breath out. When you're ready, lift the left heel, send it up and back behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend that left knee and bring the left knee to the left elbow as you shift the weight forward. Inhale up and back. Exhale, warrior two. Plant the left foot between the front palms. Spin the right heel down so your right toes are facing the right edge of the mat. Inhale, sweep that right arm up and open as you sink into your warrior two. Left heel aligned with the back right arch. Left knee bends. Pull the shoulder blades together, relax the shoulders. Gazes over your front fingertips. Settle into your warrior power. Don't forget to engage that inner peace. Stay with yourself to the discomfort. Find some stillness. Reach forward, flip the front palm, reverse your warrior. Inhale. Exhale, stay. Inhale, lift up through that left armpit. Exhale, grounding down in the lower body. And with that next inhale, cartwheel your hands over top, framing the front foot. Spin the back heel up, heel toe that left foot towards the, closer to the edge of the mat, finding that lunge. Pull that right hip forward, left hip back. One more exhale here. On the inhale, step forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, roll the body dramatically to stand, arms come up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach it up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, plant your hands, step back to your knees, child's pose. Deep, slow breaths in. Exhale out through the nostrils. And tent the fingertips up and walk the hands over the right side of the mat. We're going to take a little side body stretch here. Just a breath on each side. So exhale into that left side body. Inhale, walk the fingertips back to center. Exhale here. Inhale over the left side of the mat. Fingertips going just as far as you need to feel that stretch, that lengthening between the shoulder joint and the right hip point. Breathe in here. Exhale, walk the fingertips back to center. Shift forward to tabletop, lower down to Cobra. Inhale, lift. Drop the shoulders back. Squeeze the elbows in, tops the feet, press into the mat. And then tuck the toes under. See if you can lift up into your plank pose. If you can't, that's okay, but give it a try. Fingertips pressing into the mat, fingertips spread wide, toes pressing into the mat. Engage the core, so lift the belly off the mat if you can. Press into the hands and lift it up. Doesn't have to look perfect. Finding that core center. Finding that peaceful center deep inside. Exhale back to downward facing dog, moving from the core. Adjust your stance if you need, walking the toes in. Press the chest towards the thighs. Exhale it out. We'll be here for just another breath. Inhale, sweep the right heel up and back. Exhale, bend that knee, bring that right knee underneath you across to the left elbow. So crossing underneath the body. Inhale, reach it up and back. Exhale, bring that right foot between the front palms. Coming into a high lunge. So keep that left heel lifted as you inhale, reach it up. Sink down. Pull the left hip forward, the right hip back. You've got this. And then shift forward over that front knee. Bring the right, or both hands back behind you. We've been here before. Shift forward on those toes to balance on that right foot, lifting that left foot off the earth. Coming into a T shape. If you want to play around with your hand variations, you can bring your palms together, heart center. You can bring your hands to your hips. Maybe you're just teetottering with the toes coming up and down off the mat. That's totally fine too. Ground through the right foot. Engage that right quad. Keep the hips level. Maybe lifting up a little bit more from the inner left thigh. One more breath in here. If you can, find your balance and step forward. Inhale to chair. Exhale, forward fold. Heel toe the feet apart. Bend the knees and take ragdoll by grabbing hold of either elbow with your hands. Hinging at the hips, lowering the torso over the thighs. Take a big sigh out. Take notice where you're feeling after that pose. First, physically, maybe that right glute is yelling at you. And take it a step deeper, energetically. How did that pose manifest in the body, manifest in the mind? And then on your next inhale, just let all of those awareness just drop out of the head. Release the hands, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold, heel toe the feet together. Inhale, halfway lift again. Exhale, forward fold, plant the hands. Step back to your plank pose or lower the knees if you need. Fire up the core, relax the shoulders. Breathe in calm, serenity. Exhale, downward facing dog. Adjust your stance. Press the hands into the mat. And inhale, lift the left heel up and back behind you. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, bend the knee, bring that left knee to the right elbow underneath you. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, plant that left foot between the hands. High lunge, so back right heel is still lifted on the ball of the foot. Press down through the feet. Inhale, reach the arms up. Sink down. Keep that back heel lifted. Balance the activeness of the pose with the calmness of the breath and the gaze. Inhale, lift the heart, reach up. Exhale, fold over that front leg. Reaching forward as you press back through that right heel. Bring the arms back like airplane arms. Preparing for our warrior three. Shift the weight forward, maybe coming up a little bit with those right toes. Power down the left leg, dig roots deep into the earth, and then with some lightness, inhale, lift the right leg. Shaking is good. Breath is good. Use both, stay with both. Use a gazing point in front of you to be your peaceful center. Lift up through the left inner thigh. Press the shoulders away from the ears. Lengthen through the crown of the head. One more breath in, and then slowly bring that right foot to meet the left. Inhale to chair. Exhale to stand. Reach it up, heart open. Exhale the arms to cactus. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Take your time. Inhale at the bottom. Halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Heel toe the feet apart and come to Yogi Squat Malasana, dropping the hips between the heels, pressing the elbows into the knees. Palms together at heart center. Maybe closing the eyes or taking a soft gaze right down at your fingertips. Again, to regulate that breath. Two more breaths here, staying at the top of your mat. Inhale to lift the heart, lift the gaze. Exhale, plant the hands. Send legs back. Last plank of the day. If you got it, you got it. If you don't, lower to your knees, no worries. Two more breaths here. And lower the knees. Untuck the toes, lower to your belly. Inhale to Cobra. Big breath in. Slow exhale out. Keeping the tops of the feet pressed into the mat. Slowly extend those arms back behind you, finding half locust. Slight tuck of the chin. Option to clasp your hands at your low back and pull the fingertips down the spine, opening the heart a little bit more. Slight bend in the elbows. This is optional. You can keep your hands just back like airplane arms. Two more breaths here. You've got this. Find something still and quiet to focus your gaze and your mind upon. And then slowly release, lower one side of the face to the mat. 3 breaths of rest here. After your third exhale, inhale to the chin to the mat. Bring the palms underneath the thighs, so lifting the hips and wiggling your forearms and the palms underneath you, palms facing down onto the mat. On an inhale, lift the toes. Try to keep the chin on the mat. Press the feet back, lifting up through the heels. Then you can press into the hands, maybe to help yourself lift a little bit higher. Maybe lift the chin a little bit off the mat, but keep a slight tuck so you're lengthening through the back of the neck. One more breath in. Exhale, slowly lower that tail down. Relax to the other side of the face. 3 rounds of breath here. Let the body melt down. Allow the heart rate to decrease just a bit. Bring your hands to either side of your chest. Lift the chest and then forearms to the mat, finding that Sphynx Pose. Elbows under your shoulders. And wiggle your legs and feet as far apart as you need. Slightly tucking the tailbone or pressing the pubic bone into the mat. Lifting through the back of the head to find some space in the neck so your gaze is maybe 6 inches or so from the top of your mat. Imagining its namesake, that great Sphinx in Egypt. Incredible size, balanced with a somewhat serene kind of presence. Or that's what I'm picturing and assuming. I haven't made it to Egypt yet. But that's what I would picture it would be. This impressive, incredible feat of engineering, and yet something sacred and quiet and peaceful about it. Like our warrior poses, finding stillness in these snapshots of warlike characters. We'll be here for just another round of breath. Begin to exhale a little longer than your inhales. Begin to deepen your inhale, sinking or sipping in a little bit more air. And prepare to take lion's breath. So on an exhale, press out as much air as you can. Keep squeezing the belly in. And then take the deepest inhale you possibly can. Fill all the way up. Open your mouth, stick your tongue out. Exhale it out. We'll take one more of those. Big breath in. Open mouth, exhale, stick out your tongue. Exhale, lower to your belly slowly. Then shift up and back to child's pose. Maybe a wide-legged version if you'd like. Knees to the edges of the mat, big toes touch. Letting the chest sink down between the knees, between the shoulders. And then inhaling, rolling up to a tabletop. Take a few rounds of cat and cow. Inhaling to cow, dropping the belly, lifting the gaze. Exhaling, curling the spine, bringing a little bit of movement back. Linking each movement with an inhale or an exhale. And then tucking the toes, lifting up and back to downward facing dog. Look between your hands and bring that left foot between the hands. And then bring both hands on the inside of that left foot, finding lizard pose. You can keep your back right leg lifted, or you can lower the knee if you want a little bit more relaxed version of your lizard. Roll the shoulders down the back. Open the heart towards the front of the mat. It's okay if you let the left knee splay open a little bit. We'll be here for 3 rounds of breath. Feel free to slowly begin to lower down if your hip is going to allow it. Remember to balance the yin and the yang. So the yin, that quiet peacefulness. The yang, that activity, that warmth, the moving forwardness of it. So don't go too far on either direction. One more big inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, let it go. Come back to the palms if you're not already there. Lift the back knee if you're not already there, and walk the hands over the right side of the mat, spinning that right heel down, finding a wide-legged forward fold. Inhale the hands to the waist. Press the hips back. Exhale, fold the chest between the legs. Bring your hands to the mat, lowering the head, relaxing the spine, maybe even feeling that release and weightlessness in the head and the neck. Press the knife edges of the feet down, lifting up through the arch. Press the sitting bones back. Breathe into the back of the legs. On an inhale, walk the hands forward, coming up halfway, lengthen through the spine. And then exhale, walk the hands over the right side all the way to the back of the mat and find lizard at the back of the mat. Right knee squeezes into that right shoulder, heel toe that left foot a little bit more if you need. Pulling the right hip back, left hip forward, lowering that knee if you did so on the other side. And then inhale, pull the heart through the shoulders. Begin to allow that right knee to splay open a little bit in your lizard if you'd like. Maybe lowering down, but use your breath to assist you here. Don't let your mind guide you on where your body should be. Use the breath. That inner peace. Drop the head when you find your lizard, relaxing in. Two more breaths here. Inhale, slowly coming back up to your hands, lifting that left knee. Walk the hands back over the left side of the mat, all the way back to the top. Step forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Plant your hands, lower to your knees. Take a few rounds. Cow on the inhale, cat on the exhale. And any other little extra feel-good movements you might need. I'm feeling some figure eights. Maybe you want to roll the shoulders as you move in and out of cat and cow. Go deep in, feel your way through the movements. And then bring the big toes together, widen the knees to the edges of the mat. Take a wide-legged child's pose, 2 or 3 rounds of breath. And then inhale, gently bring yourself back up and pressing up into downward facing dog. Look back at your feet, lift the tailbone, bend the knees, and bring the right foot between the hands this time. Lower the left knee, untuck the toes. I'm gonna do a really gentle, low crescent lunge here. So reach the arms up, pull that right hip back, the left hip forward. Keep reaching the finger pads up together like you're holding a ball in your hands. Squeezing up through the belly, lift the heart. And then exhale, tilt towards the left. Inhale it back up. Exhale, plant your hands on the inside of the right foot. Untuck the back toes and walk your hands over the left side of the mat, finding a wide-legged forward fold once again. In that wide-legged forward fold, bring the right hand to the center of the mat. Inhale, reach the left arm up and open. Press the sitting bones back, lengthening through the spine. Lift the left fingertips a little bit higher. Exhale, lower the left hand to the side of the mat, switch sides. Right hand reaches up, broaden through the collarbones. Press the hips back, feet are stable. One more inhale, can you lift a little bit higher? To exhale, lower. And then walk your hands all the way over the mat to the back of the mat, finding that lizard pose, lowering the knee, untucking the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead for a low lunge on the other side of the back of the mat. Slightly tuck the pelvis, draw the belly button in towards the spine, sink into that lunge as you reach the arms up overhead. Exhale, plant the hands on the inside of the foot. Lift up on that back knee and walk the hands back all the way to the top of the mat. Step forward to forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Lengthen to the spine. Exhale, fold. Slowly begin. Keep your feet on the mat, but slowly bending the knees, dropping the hips down, reaching the arms up, making our way to boat pose. So lower the hips to the mat. Reach the ankles up, relax the shoulders, palms facing up, or you can hold behind your knees. Squeeze the knees in towards your chest. Keep the belly tight. Wrapping everything in and up. Think length. The boat floats. Don't let yours get a leak. Help yourself out if you need, holding onto the knees. One more breath here. And then lower the ankles. Scoot your hips up towards your heels, lower to your back. Take a deep breath in. Big exhale out. Bring the soles of the feet together, allow the knees to open. Finding butterfly pose. Exhale slow. Inhale deep. We begin to bring the knees back together, heel toe the feet to the edges of the mat, and lower the knees in towards each other this time. Belly rises on the inhale. Chest falls on the exhale. Plant the feet down, lift the knees, heel toe the feet back together. Preparing for bridge pose. Walk the heels in, feet about hips width distance apart. Keep the gaze straight ahead up at the ceiling or the sky if you're lucky enough to be practicing outside today. Plant the feet firmly, plant the hands firmly. Engage the belly, so that solar plexus area right by your belly button, a little above or below, depending on your anatomy, where that chakra center is. Squeeze that belly button in towards the spine. Inhale, lift the hips. Imagine you have a block between your thighs. Energetically squeeze your thighs together. Lengthen the back of the neck by tucking the chin just a little bit. And if you'd like to, lift your bridge a little bit higher, clasp the fingers together, wiggle the elbows and the forearms underneath you as your chest lifts. Press the feet into the mat, squeeze your imaginary brick. Keep length in the neck. Lifting from the belly button. Find your peaceful power in your bridge. And gently release the fingers if you clasp your hands. Zip down the spine, starting with the neck, between the shoulder blades, rolling it down through the low back until the tailbone melts to the earth. Extend the legs long. Point your toes. Extend the arms up overhead. Reach as you point. Take a big stretch. Lengthen the whole front body. Make yourself as tall as you can. Big inhale. Exhale, draw the right knee in towards your chest. Clasp your fingertips around that knee. Draw the right knee in. Press out through the left heel. So flatten your foot as if you're pressing against a wall. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Pull that right knee in. And then take that right knee with the left hand and draw it across your body for a twist. Right knee across the body, over towards the left. Your gaze is over your right shoulder. You can extend your right arm out next to you or take cactus arm. We'll be here for 3 rounds of breath. Keep the gaze soft, your eyes closed. Relax the jaw. And relax both shoulder blades onto the mat, even if that means coming up a little bit out of your twist. On an inhale, bring the gaze back up. Let that knee follow, coming back to center, and then take that knee with your right hand. Left arm plants down next to you. Allow that right knee to open towards the right side. So we're not pressing it down, we're just cradling that knee with our right hand. Allowing that right hip to open as we press the left side of the body down. Inhale that right knee up. Extend that right leg down. Point the toes, inhale, reach up overhead. Another big stretch, full inhale. Exhale the left knee in as you clasp your fingertips around it. Squeeze the left knee in. Press out through that right heel, flat foot. Tuck the chin. Squeeze that knee in. And then take the left knee with the right hand. Draw the leg across your body towards the right. As you reach your left arm out next to you or cactus, let your gaze follow over the left shoulder. Soften the belly. Ground both shoulder blades on the mat. Soften through the face. Relax your gaze or close your eyes. And be here for 2 more rounds of breath. Maybe 3. When you're ready to release, gently lift the gaze back up. Bring that left knee back to center and switch hands. Take that knee with your left hand. Right hand supports you next to you on the mat. And just allow that left knee to open towards the left side. Again, cradling the knee with the hand, not pressing it down. Just allowing it a gentle opening. Before inhaling, bringing that knee back up. Lower the leg to the mat. Inhale, reach up overhead, last stretch. Point the toes, reach up overhead. And then exhale like a little crescent moon towards the right. Curl in, creating the C shape with your body. Bringing the toes towards the fingertips. Inhaling into the left side body, left arms. One more inhale. Stay for the exhale. And then your next inhale straightens you out. Release the arms to the mat overhead. Take a breath and a rest before the other side. When you're ready, draw the legs together, point the toes. Point the fingertips as you clasp the hands together, and exhale, curl to the opposite side, in towards the left. Press that right hip out. Draw the left fingertips towards the left side, curving in towards your toes. One more inhale and exhale. Inhale back to center. Draw the knees in towards your chest. Wrap your forearms around your knees. Drawing them in, rolling through the low back. Then reach between your knees to grab onto your ankles or your toes. For happy baby pose, open the feet wide, draw the knees in. Tuck the belly button in, pull the toes down so your knees are pressing towards the earth. Lengthen through the back of the neck. Feel the belly rise between the legs and fall on the exhales. Relax the jaws. And release the toes, bring the legs back together. Lift it up towards the sky. Press up through the heels. Toes point down. Exhale, bend the knees, lower the feet. Windshield wiper left and right. Lowering the knees to one side and then the other. And let this rhythm lull you into our final pose of Shavasana, however you want to get there. Maybe there is another asana you'd like to take. Maybe you just want to hang out and rock back and forth a little bit more. Take what you need, do what you need. And then begin to lengthen your body on your back onto the mat. Allow the feet to relax open, the palms face forward. Bring again one hand to your heart, and finding those focused centers deep within us. Relax the face and the teeth. Relax the nostrils. Close the eyes. Allow yourself to enjoy a place of just being. There's no expectations of yourself or your body. If you prefer, you can lower your hands to the mat. And find some rest. I'll reawaken you when it's time to come back. to reawaken the body with some small movements, the fingers and wrists, toes and ankles. Take a reawakening breath in, and as you exhale, gently roll to one side of the body, cradling your head in your arms. Whenever you're ready, gently press yourself up to a comfortable seat. Keeping the eyes closed as you can, or a soft gaze. Bring the palms together at heart center. Dropping the chin. Take a breath in. Exhale down. May all beings everywhere be happy and free, and may our thoughts and words and actions in some way contribute to that happiness and to the freedom of us all. Exhale, release the palms, open the eyes, blink open to the rest of your day, the rest of the practice of balancing that serene, peaceful center with the inner power to keep you going and move you through whatever is on your horizon. Thank you for sharing your practice with me. I'll see you next time on the virtual mat.